So, a little video today about how to improvise. Get into the beginning part of it, improvisation on a slow blues tune. I know lots and lots of people have done videos about this, but I think as a combination longtime player as well as teacher, I might have some input that might be more relevant to the real world of getting out there and playing. As far as like people, the big trip these days nowadays is to learn all your modes and all your scales, and then you'll suddenly be able to play like by magic, and that actually doesn't happen. Which doesn't mean you don't want to learn them, but it's kind of like learning a language. It is like learning a language. It's basically, you can have all the vocabulary in the world, and your grammar can be good, but as soon as you start conversing with other people and they say something that's out of kilter with what you have to adapt to that. And the same way that you have to adapt to music, the surrounding musicians that you're playing with and everything else. And so in order to have a conversation, in a foreign language or in music, basically the same thing, it's a back and forth deal, and you need to leave space. You can't just be, it's not giving a speech to somebody. You're having a back and forth. So part of the deal with that is you want to learn some structure. Obviously, we need to know what key we're in. Are we in a major or minor key for the most part? And what is some of the architecture, the chord forms, the scale forms. You obviously want to learn that. This particular example I'm using is in key of E minor, with the commensurate chords of A minor and B minor, and then a B7 sharp 9 chord for the turnaround chord. Turnaround being the last chord of a, last measure of a blues typically. So basically, in a key of E minor, it's really a good idea. See if I can get this adjusted here. So E minor, of course, we know our basic E minor chord. Really, in terms of just jumping right in, I think it's wise to learn the two most popular bar chord forms right off the get-go, which is the E minor shaped bar chord, and the key of E minor would be at the 12th fret, with the third and fourth fingers on the A string and D string at the 14th fret. A minor would be of that shape, would be at the 5th fret. Back to E minor. I'm just kind of playing through the form a little bit here, at least the chords, how they sequence. B minor, same shape at the 7th fret. To A minor at the 5th fret. Back to E minor at the 7th fret. I'm sorry, 12th fret, I can count. And then the B7 sharp 9 chord, that's kind of an unusual outlier chord. There's several inversions of it. We'll just stick with the basic ones for now. We're used to doing it like a B7. You should know that if you're checking out this video by now. If you're not, if you don't, you can look it up, but it's 2nd fret A, 1st fret D, 2nd fret G, skip the B, and 2nd fret top string. If you took your pinky and you put it on the B strings at the 3rd fret and played the middle 4 strings, kind of like the Shine On Your Crazy Diamond by Pink Floyd, that chord is in there, and a bunch of other tunes, popular tunes. You can also do it up here, same inversion as this 13th fret location, 14th fret on the A, 13 on the D, 14 on the G, and 15 on the B, middle 4 strings only. You can also do it flattening the 10th fret on the top 2, and the index finger at 8 on the G, 2nd finger at 9 on the D string. So getting back to the chord shapes, you definitely want that E minor shape. Calling it an E minor shape because it's the same shape as this, but using your index finger in place of the nut. The other shape you want to get comfortable with is